Hey guys, Tyler here with IGN to bring you some of the coolest new features in Total War Attila. The biggest new feature in Attila is the Hordes mechanic. Based off of a similar mechanic in Rome Total War's Barbarian Invasion expansion, the Hordes mechanic allows you to move your faction around without the burden of city management. While on the move, a horde is no different than any other army. While away from a city, however, armies can stop moving and become an encampment, which is similar to a city that allows the horde to construct buildings, train units, and research technology. Once the horde is on the move again, their buildings get packed up and they are unusable until the next time the horde settles down. Many of the factions in Attila can make good use of the Hordes mechanic, but none quite so well as the Huns, who are unable to control cities, making them entirely reliant on their hordes to move and support their faction. Hordes offer a new strategic element to the Total War series, and really drive home the feeling of living as a wandering people, whether you're in search of a new home or the next city to raise. Something Attila is doing differently than past titles is having players begin the game with a legendary start. Rather than the typical strategy game model of starting with a small city-state and growing it to conquer the world, players in Attila will begin with the territory and resources their respective faction controlled at the beginning of the Hun invasion. For some cultures, such as the Roman Empire, this can mean that there are huge areas of land under your control from the beginning of the game. This shift in approach dramatically changes the way that players must make decisions about their empire. Rather than figuring out what resources they need or who they want to kill off next, players will struggle to keep their culture alive through increasingly dire circumstances as the Huns pour in from the east and the rest of the world devolves into chaos, fighting over the remains. The legendary start feature is one of the most interesting aspects in Attila, as it really offers a sense of stepping into the historic realities of each respective culture and offers players the opportunity to try their hand at rewriting history. Another great feature being introduced with Attila is the Total War Chronicle. The Chronicle is an entirely new form of storytelling within Total War that will allow players to save and share their campaign histories. When players save their campaign to the Chronicle, it creates a detailed and interactive entry of all the notable events that have occurred so far in the campaign: heroic battles, political intrigues, plagues, rebellions, and much more. Once you've saved a chapter in the Chronicle, you can either keep for your own use or post it on the Total War website to share with others. Sharing allows you to get feedback from others, whether you want their advice, you want to boast or show off your victories, or even to catalog the stories of your characters for others to enjoy. Attila has also received sweeping updates to Siege Warfare. Although Siege Warfare has been in the Total War series for a long time, historically it's been a pretty frustrating aspect of the game, due mostly to a combination of poor AI and optimization. In Attila, however, neither of these things are a problem. Controlling your units during a siege is both intuitive and exciting, as they are able to respond to commands in a complex, multi-level battlefield in ways that make sense, allowing dramatic siege assaults to unfold before your very eyes. With widely expanded siege weapons and deployables, players will be able to make strategic decisions that impact how they will plan their assault or defense during a siege. Spike traps, barricades, and boiling oil will allow defenders to hold the walls, while heavy siege towers and rams will make even the most well-defended cities assailable. As a cherry on top of the siege's cake, the game's graphic engine has been updated, meaning watching or leading a siege battle is both awesome and terrifying to behold. Attila's new features completely embody the brutality of Rome's collapse, as roaming hordes besiege the cities of once great empires in an age of total war. For more news about Attila, stay tuned to IGN.